Hi, welcome back to MemoryInkers.blogspot.com. It's me, Carrie. Hi. Today we're going to talk about how much time it takes to create a card. I don't know if you're like me, and I've been doing this a long time, but there are days when I just can't use my brain in a way that works. I can't put pieces of cardstock together. So I found this thing when I was at a scrapbooking event. Another company had it. This is my version of it, and I know you can't see the whole thing, but basically they were selling templates that you could put on paper and cut out. But who cuts out anymore? In this day of physics machines and punches, why would we want to do that? So I took some of our vellum cardstock and I ran things through the physics machine and through our dies and things so that I could have a bunch of templates. That way, I could just sit at my desk with all these little pieces and create cards. Let me show you how it works. For designing this card, I started with the average card size, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5, and then I like to mat. So I knew I was going to want another color on there that was 4 by 5 1/4, pretty typical card. And then I started to play with little pieces, trying to decide what I wanted. I decided that was too small. That's 1.5 inches wide. So I tried 1 3/4. And I decided that was too plain. So I took the 1.5 and laid it on top. So now I knew that I was going to mat those two pieces. Then I thought maybe a strip of ribbon. So I thought a 1/2 inch wide ribbon would be a good plan. Then I decided to use some flowers from our Fun Flowers die from the Big Shot machine, and I put a couple of those on there. And then I got out my samples of my circle punches because the flowers were just a little too plain. And I set those on there. And I thought, yeah, okay, that would make an okay card. But then when I got the card together, and this is something you end up learning after a while, I decided that this bottom section was a little bit too plain. So I ran it through the Big Shot machine. I don't know if you can see that, but it's with our stripes folder. I knew that the flowers needed some pizzazz, so I punched them out of Designer Series paper, and then I crinkled them up a little bit. I roughed up the edges of the circles, and also notice that I added a circle to both of them, because once I put it all together, I knew it needed just a little bit more. So I added the little 1/2 inch circle punch to my design. So now you can see it. Here's my 5 1/4 base, the 4 by 5 1/4 center, my 1 3/4 inch strip with a 1.5 inch strip, my ribbon, my 2 dies, and my punches. And it's the same card. See how easy that can be? And you can do it with many things. I even have the big pieces cut out so that I can do the same thing when I'm scrapbooking too. It makes it so much easier, and you save so much paper because I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I have cut tons of paper and decided it was the wrong size. Okay, I'm going to trim it a little smaller, or I need it a little bigger. Have you ever done that? Please tell me that you have, and I'm not alone. Well, this can help. I hope you like this idea. Make yourself some templates with some cardstock vellum. Available through me, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. And, of course, all of your physics dies and punches. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you here next time. Bye.